Hello, the purpose of this tutorial, it's a little more involved than kind of the usual library tutorial for resources, but it can be a really handy tool. And what I'm going to be talking about today is using Zotero. It's a citation management software which you can use to store the materials that you hope to use in your paper, but it's also great for formatting citations and importing them into a Microsoft Word document. So this is the home page for Zotero. And this is the citation management software. And what you want to do is just download it. It's already installed on this computer. And what I would recommend is using it in conjunction with Firefox. It makes it a lot easier to use because you're not jumping back and forth between windows. And it also allows you to tie it in with Microsoft Word. So if you're not using Firefox, I would kind of recommend downloading and installing Firefox. And then since this Zotero is already installed on this computer, but you'd install it there, and then you're going to want to definitely download the plugin for Microsoft Word and install that as well. So once you have Zotero installed, just up here in the tools, and Zotero will open it up. And kind of the primary uses, and you can kind of move this around a little bit. But the two kind of primary sources that most often you're using when you're putting together your research paper are kind of books and articles. And let's say, I know Dr. Bob, one of his favorites is PubMed Central. So let's say that I go to PubMed Central and I find an article that I would like. So let's say that this would be one. If I click on the article link, it's going to bring me to the page, and Zotero can identify that there is an article here, and you can tell that by just kind of looking up here. There's like a little page thing, and if I click Save to Zotero, it'll save it right to it. And it's saving a copy of the PDF file as well as a link to it, and on top of that it's also capturing all this information. So you can see it's got the article, who the authors are, what database it was found in, the volume and page number. So all that's captured just by clicking Save. And that works on a lot of the library's databases as well, like Academic Search Premier and Academic OneFile. So it's a great way just to kind of capture all that information. You can see there's kind of some folders over here, and as you get more advanced with the software, you can kind of take advantage of that as well. The other thing that you might be using for is books. And it works really well there as well. Amazon.com is actually one of the largest databases of bibliographic information. And if we search for a book in Amazon, and we'll just use cats again just because I've got no ideas here, and we go to, we'll look in books. Well, here's how to tell if your cat is plotting to kill you. You can see right here now there's a book icon, and if we click that, it is saving it. There, I accidentally saved it twice, I guess. But you can see that's right there, and now if we click here, it's going to sort all those information that we would need. So it's got an author and edition, it's capturing, and it identifies that it's a book type. So if we were working on a paper with cats, that would be the two ways we would capture kind of the bibliographic information. That's all the information that you need when you're putting together a site, and it's storing it all in one place. So now let's kind of show how this all ties in. So you're like, oh, that's fantastic, it's all in one place. But the nice thing is, if we go over to Microsoft Word, since we did install those plugins, and if we had a sentence, let's say the test sentence 1. And let's say that that was some brilliant insight that we wanted to cite for our paper. If we go up to add-ins and we click right here, the second one over, or no, the first one, we want to insert a citation. And we're going to pick the style that we want to use, and by default a lot of it, we can use MLA, we can use all kind of the popular ones. If there is a type of citation style that you would like to use, like I know Dr. Bob has CSE, if you just do a Google search with Zotero and then the name of the citation, you can download that citation into Zotero. And maybe I'll do that on another on another video. But you can see, so we'll go hit OK, and we're going to click on the Z and go to classic view and pick. So like, let's say we wanted it from that from the journal, and it's going to give us a citation in MLA formatting. If we wanted to do the book one, two, same thing, we add-ins, drop in that citation, switch it to classic view so we can see what we have, and pick that how to tell if your cat is plotting to kill you. Hit OK. It's going to plug in a citation. It looks like the MLA doesn't have the page number, so you'd have to kind of provide that yourself. But once you are all done, and you've got all your citations kind of added in, if you go to the Insert Bibliography, if I go ahead and click this, it's going to plug in a alphabetized, perfectly set up citation page. So I could completely just plug that right in at the end of my document. And if for some reason the professor was kind of cruel or whatever and switched styles on you midway through, the nice thing is you don't have to go back in and rechange those things. You can just pick a different, we'll change it to APA, and it will redo the citations in the proper style. So you won't have to retype it again. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Zotero is kind of a tool that takes a little bit, it's a little bit steeper of a learning curve, but I think once you kind of get it dialed in, it's really, really valuable. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to kind of walk you through it, and good luck.